James had not been out to see the Fat Controller for several days. He had ruined his top hat, and he was very upset about it. For that, he had punished James and made him sit in the shed. "Oh dear! I wonder if the Fat Controller will ever forgive me. Will he ever see my red coat again? Why did I go so fast and make a hole in the coaches? That had to be mended with a leather bootlace and a newspaper out of all things." At last, the Fat Controller came to see him. "I know you were sorry, James, and I will give you a second chance. People are laughing at my railway, and I do not like that at all." "I will try hard to do my best, sir." "That's a good engine," said the Fat Controller. "There's nothing like determination. I want you to pull some freight cars for me." James was delighted and puffed away. "Here's your freight train, James," said Thomas. You got any bootlaces ready?" And he ran off laughing. "Oh no," said the freight cars. "We want a proper engine, not a red monster." James ignored them and started off with a jerk. Come along, no nonsense." We won't," said the freight cars. But James didn't care, and he pulled the screeching cars out of the station. The cars tried hard to hold James back, but he kept on going. Sometimes the brakes would slip on, but sometimes their axles would run hot, and each time the train had to be stopped to let the brakes on and off again. James was determined not to let the trucks beat him. Give up, you can't pull us, you can't," said the trucks. I can and I will," said James. And slowly but surely he started up the hill. At last he was almost at the top. "Look out for trouble," said James's driver. "They'll cause trouble before we know it." So James went faster and faster. Soon they were halfway up. I'm doing it," he said. "Will the top ever come?" Then, if it was like magic, the train became lighter. I've done it! It's easy now! Hooray!" But his driver put off the brakes. "They've done it again! We've left our tail behind! Look!" The last few cars had rolled down the hill. The coupling had snapped. But the conductor stopped oncoming trains from crashing into them. "That's why it was easy," said James. "What foolish things freight cars are! There might have been an accident." "Should I help you, James?" said Edward. "No, thank you. I'm doing it fine by myself." "Good. Don't let them beat you." "You're doing well," said Edward, as James started up the hill. I can do it, he said. "The top will come, I know it." He went faster and faster. I've done it, he yelled. James was resting in the yard when Edward pulled up. "Beep, beep," said Edward. Then he saw the Fat Controller step from his cab. "Oh dear, what will he say?" said James. But Sir Topham Hatt was smiling. "I was in Edward's train the whole time and I saw everything. You made the most troublesome train on the line behave. You are a really useful engine." James beamed from buffer to buffer.